Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the first video of the year that I'm going to be filming and posting. So today I'm going to be doing a simple everyday glam on the go that was requested by my aunt because it's the look I always do on her when she asks me to do her makeup. So she was like, you need to do a tutorial for me so I can follow it step by step because I love this. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with skincare. To prep the skin, I'm going to be using some tea tree oil and my Neutrogena Deep Moisture Day Cream. This has sunscreen in it, so it's great. Starting off with my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using this. This thing never runs out. Like, I've had this already for so long and it's still like completely filled up. So I do first always brush my hairs up. Okay, so I have product in my brush, and the first thing you should do is mark out your brow. The best way to do this is by aligning it with your nose. Then you mark it right there, see? End of your eye corner and align it with your nose as well. And this is where your eyebrow is supposed to end. So I just kind of stamp it there. There we go. Okay, so the way I do this is I just go at the bottom part of that line I drew and start lining the bottom of my eyebrow. Then I go and I blend that line out. So the way to blend it out is just blending it upwards because you don't want a harsh line there. Then we're gonna go with our brush and brush our hairs down. And we're gonna do the same thing, but on top, we're gonna line the top of the brow. This time, we're gonna blend it downwards. Okay, so I'm done with my eyebrows. I like to go in with my finger like this here, so I can like blend it out. I don't like having a harsh line. And then with foundation or concealer, I can cover up that kind of unibrow I'm creating right now. Then I like using the NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel. I love using eyebrow gel because it won't, like, my eyebrows won't move. All the hairs will stay in place and the color will stay there. And if you use powder, it's good to use a brow gel on top so it lasts longer. Okay, so now to even out the eyebrows if they're a little bit uneven at the bottom. I've been using lately the Maybelline Super Stay Concealer, but there's so many good drugstore concealers that you can use, like the Adrian Wine Concealer or the Fit Me Concealer. The Better Skin Concealer, that's one of my faves, so good. Using the P. Louis base, I just use it because I have it. So it's basically like an eye concealer, eye primer, eye base. That's what this is. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna be using a little like buffer brush. You can also use a flat brush if you want to get more detailed underneath your eyebrow. Actually, I'm gonna get a flat brush too to show you. Flat brush here and my buffer brush. So I'm just gonna, I put some of the product in the back of my hand. I'm just gonna coat my brush here. Then I use this brush and I grab more product and I blend it all down and prime my lid. Okay, so once I apply the base on my eyes, I'm gonna start with eyeshadow. I do not set my lids. Why? When you set your lids with powder, your eyeshadow, like, it won't grasp as well. That's why sometimes you buy a palette and you're like, oh, this is not pigmented enough. It doesn't show up. And that's usually because you set your base. So yeah, if you want to get the most pigment out of something, don't set your base. And if you don't set your base and the eyeshadow still looks like crap, it doesn't work. But today I'm going to be using the James Charles palette. Today we're doing a really simple eye look. There's another palette that if you don't want to get this one, if you don't have it, you can get, this is palette by Milani. It's like the Neutrals palette. It has black, a cream color, a bronzy color, some golds, and it's a perfect palette for beginners and for neutral shades. Like, definitely, it's so good and it's cheap, so definitely go try it out. NYX has a lot of good palettes. I have a lot of their palettes because of the NYX Face Awards. They gave me a lot of them, so definitely check out NYX. NYX even has, like, if you go into the store, you can make like a custom little palette. You can choose your colors, and I think that's great, so definitely try that out. So I'm going to be starting with this brush. This is from NYX. It's a nice little fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to be using this color right here. It's just like a taupey shade, a light brown color. It is going to be my transition shade. I'm going to start here in the outer corner. doing light little circle motions and then getting it into the eye. Just gonna tap here like this and then go in circles all the way in. And don't go all the way in here because you're gonna close up your eye. Just go into like here. Just the circle motions. Another way you can blend is by going windshield wiper motions. Do that more on the edge once my brush is pretty clean, like it doesn't have that much color in it anymore. I'm sure I blended out those colors. Okay, so now I'm gonna be going with a darker shade, and this part is literally up to you. What color do you want to use? Like if you want to play with color, this is the part you can play with color if you want to. But since I'm doing a very neutral look, I'm just gonna go for a nice little rosy color. You can also go for these browns are too dark, but like maybe a brown. Or if you want to be colorful, you can go for a blue or a green or a purple. But I'm gonna be going for this color right here. This is the one I usually use when I'm doing soft neutral looks. You really don't need that many brushes to do this eye look, so I'm just using the same one. And I just tapped into my palette one, two, three times. Tap it off, and I'm just gonna tap that there. And I'm not lifting my brush too high up on my crease because I don't want to get that color all the way up here. I just want to blend it in to that brown. Just grabbing a little bit more, tapping it in there with my brush really low on the crease, blending it out. Now I'm going to be grabbing another brush to work on the lid, and I'm basically almost done with this look. So I'm going to be grabbing the same flat brush I was using for my eyebrows. I was going to use this brush originally for this part of the look. Going back into my palette, I'm going to be grabbing this little gold shimmer color right here. And I'm going to be applying it in the center of my lid. And then blending it a little bit with that outer corner. Now going back to the palette, I'm going to use this lighter shade right here and apply it in the inner corner. Using the same brush with the same color, I'm going to go into the brow bone, highlight. Okay, so now for the part that everyone is always scared of, I'm going to be doing my eyeliner. So right now I don't have any eyeliners with me because I only travel with my face paints. But a really good liner that I always use is the ink liner from NYX. Definitely try that eyeliner. So good. I love it. And I'm going to be showing the same technique but with my face paints. Okay, so if you're not using like a pen type of liner or you're using a gel one, fully coat your brush. Don't just do the tip, like fully coat it. So the technique to do eyeliner of a wing liner is actually quite easy if you break it down into really intricate steps. So I'm gonna show you how. You're gonna grab your brush or your pen, liner, whatever you're using. The direction you're going is from your corner of your eye to your eyebrow. You're gonna go real close here and throw a line. Like, that's the first step. It's really easy. Okay, so once you throw your line, you do your line as long as you want to or as short as you want to. I usually like doing my liner really long or very like, so that's a pretty long line, but you could do way shorter than that. So now the way we actually create the wing is by going a bit lower than where the line ends. A little trick you can do is pull your eye back. Do this in front of a mirror. Just throw a line. Like that. Now you can leave it like this, or you can go full in the eye. And the way you do that is just close your eye and really tightly keep it really close to the lash. Okay, so for skin, I usually don't use that much foundation when it's like a day look. For a day look, like a soft glam for the day, I use minimal to no foundation. For coverage, I'm gonna be going for the Super Stay foundation and concealer from Maybelline. Going to the concealer, I do use a lot of concealer. Like, I could not be wearing anything and just concealer, and I use a lot of it. So just gonna go here a little bit on my chin, a lot on my under eyes. I always do way too much on my under eyes. It's just how I do. Last thing I'm gonna blend out is my under eyes, because I'm giving it time to dry out a bit so it could have a higher coverage. Okay, so now to set my face, I'm gonna be using my Fit Me powder. This is in the shade 10. It's the lightest one because I'm too light. I'm just gonna grab the end of my sponge, dip it into the powder, and bake my under eyes. So I just go ham on with the powder on my forehead. Okay, so I'm just dusting the powder away from my face now. Well, not dusting it away. I'm pressing it into the skin. And see, I don't look oily or shiny. And that's gonna last the whole day. Or most of it. And you can always retouch up it with powder. Okay, so now for contour and bronzing, I'm gonna start bronzing my skin with the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer. Mine broke, so I only have this one. This is in the shade Sunny. I've had these for so long, like since I started my channel. This is what I use. So I'm just using a big fluffy brush. If you have a bigger brush than this one, it's even better. Basically get that 3 going on. So it's basically like a 3 up here, here and down here. And I like to do it in circles so I can really get it in. Okay, so for contour, I'm using the NYX Cheek Contour Duo palette and my Wet n Wild slanted brush. I like using small slanted brushes because you can get easier in there. So if you're a beginner, it's way easier to just use a nice slanted, small slanted brush. Just tap in there. And this is something I need to explain. The way you know where your contour goes so you don't look like it's too low or too high, it's by the end of your lip and the top of your ears. So let me put my brush like so. This is where it goes. So it goes right here. I just go in upward motions, like circular, but like this. I like to get a bit of my lips, so I just do like this. I just grab a bit on the side of my brush and go on my nose. For brush. For blush, you can use the same brush. I'm gonna be using the NYX palette. This palette is the one I travel with all the time because it has every color I need. I'm not a big blush person, but if I want to switch around with blushes, this is like the perfect palette. I'm just gonna be using some of this peach color. The blushes from NYX are amazing. They're so pigmented. Okay, so for highlighter, I'm going back into the James Charles palette. I'm gonna be using this highlighter right here. And just go on the tops of my cheeks and highlight. And on the center of my nose. And the Cupid's bow. So if you feel like your contour got a little bit messy underneath, this is what you can do. Grab your powder, your loose powder, and your sponge. This is a Real Techniques sponge, by the way. I never said that, but you can get this at Walgreens or CVS or maybe even Walmart. Yep, they have it at Walmart. Wherever. It's a drugstore brand sponge, and it's really good. So if you don't have one and you're looking for one, definitely try this one out. I'm just gonna load my sponge with a bit of powder. I'm gonna go right underneath my contour. So I just do that, and I like to quickly clean it out. A lot of people like to leave it on there for a while, but I don't because I feel like it gets really white down there and not my cup of tea, but you can leave it on there for longer if you'd like. There you go. And clean it like that. Okay, so going back to my eyes for the lower lash line, I'm gonna use a bit of that brown color and using the same brush that I have here that I used first. I'm just gonna flatten it down with my fingers like this. Fill it up, just pack it on there, the color, and so for mascara, I'm gonna be using the Katy Perry CoverGirl mascara. This really doesn't have any technique here. I just you know, comb through my lashes. Make sure to get the ends of my lashes and the inner lashes here in the corner. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I use this rose water. You can use a regular setting spray. I just use rose water. It's a facial mist just because I have it and it doesn't damage my makeup or ruin it in any way, so that's why I use this one. But I usually use like MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Morphe has really good setting sprays. Eyeliner from Urban Decay. I don't know, there's a lot of good setting sprays in the market, and Milani has a good setting spray. NYX has good setting sprays. They have a dewy one and a matte one. I used to use those a lot. So if you want to check out a setting spray, you can definitely check those out. But you can also use a facial spray like Evian or something like that, but make sure it doesn't damage your makeup, because I used to have one that damaged my makeup. Like it made it all like slide down, and that was not cute. But this one doesn't do that. It's just rose water with hyaluronic acid, and it's real good. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to be showing some little tricks. Nowadays, everyone wants plumper, bigger lips. But not everyone has the money for lip injections, so we have to do it other ways. You can use a darker lip liner than the lipstick you're going to be using, or you can use contour. So this is from NYX. This is the NYX Micro Contour Dual Pencil. So I use this as my lip liner. Make sure you don't really get in there in the cupid's bow, just on the sides. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. So now for my lip, I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl Melting Pout Matte Lipstick. I'm looking for the shade. It's in the shade Champagne Showers. It's a really cute nude lip. Then on top of this, I'm going to be adding a little bit of lip gloss. This is the Laura Geller Color Luster Lip Gloss. Just a little sample, and it's so pretty. Just going to add a little bit in the center of my lip. There you go, guys. This is the look. It's a super soft glam for day outings, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I try to be as informative as I can with the whole process of the look. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, thank you guys. Bye.